is the Lexus Sports Extra with Josh Moser, Mike DePasquale, Donovan Campbell, and Drew Rosenhaus.
Hi, everybody. Welcome into Lexus Sports Extra. It is time to get comfortable. We've got you for the next 30 minutes. I'm Josh Moser. Canes football team buzzing with national attention. It's a new coaching staff and an early Heisman favorite at quarterback in Tyler Van Dyke. The sophomore-to-be had a breakout season in 2021, named the ACC Offensive Rookie of the Year. Van Dyke ending the season with 6 straight 300-yard passing games. TVD is now considered a top 10 quarterback in all of college football heading into next season.
Who better to talk Canes football and Tyler Van Dyke than the man himself? Tyler, welcome back to Lexus Sports Extra. It's great to see you. Just for your team, the hype around you, Mario Cristobal, you brought in this staff. Tangibly, do you feel these raised expectations starting spring ball this week?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit, I'm just going to go out there and play like I've always played. But yeah, we're really excited to get out there with these new coaches. Coach Cristobal is a great guy, great coach. So as a team, we're really excited to get out there.
What's the best word to use in describing Mario Cristobal?
Intense. He's an intense guy. But at the same time, he's a great guy too. He knows wants to turn the switch a little bit, bring that intensity up. So he's a great guy, great coach.
Jake Garcia in the quarterback room with you. What's the relationship like between you two, and how do you make each other better?
Yeah, we have a great relationship. We push each other every day, whether it's in the film room or on the field. That's what you need in a good quarterback room to push each other and have that competition. It's not just Jake, it's the other guys too. And that help me get better and I help them get better.
Do you have any idea what type of offense you'll be running this season with the new offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach?
It's different in some ways, but it's very similar, the last 4 weeks just walking through these plays with a towel, and not that we can't do it with a football yet. But yeah, with a towel, and it's been good just going through the plays and getting ready for spring ball.
We're excited to see you start slinging it again. But for you off the field, now that you've been down in South Florida, how do you like to spend your time away from football?
I just love golfing, I probably went every weekend this past, 2 months that I've had off.
I know your girlfriend plays at the U. How much has she helped your game?
She definitely helps me out a lot. She kind of just helps me get my tempo right, not swinging too fast and not too hard. She's helped me a lot for sure.
Can you beat her?
No, I can't. Yeah, she's too good.
Final question for you. In talking to a lot of quarterbacks in the college and the NFL, they like to pull things from other QBs and they just kind of add that skill set to their tool bag. Which quarterbacks do you kind of model your game after and have taken a few of their tricks from their tape and helps your game?
I watch a lot of guys, just whether Tom Brady, just watching him on TV, the way his leadership is and the way he just goes about his reads, Mahomes, the way he throws the ball and creates that athletic ability that he has and, just gets the ball to the receivers however it has to be. So, I watched a lot of guys.
And we're excited to see what you bring this season along with the team. Good luck in spring ball, and we'll continue to follow your great journey. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Happy birthday, Mike McDaniel, the new Dolphins head coach, turning 39 years old today. Happy birthday, Coach. McDaniel wrapping up the week in Indianapolis at the NFL Combine. The most asked question, what is the plan with quarterback Tua Tagovailoa?
The guy has some skills that I think are untapped. I think it's important that you empower the quarterback with the rest of the players around him. His best days are in front of him, and that's a really cool piece of the process to be a part of as a coach.
Extra points.
For more on the NFL Combine and the Dolphins, we welcome Drew Rosenhaus to Lexus Sports Extra. Great to have you back as always.
Same here, man. Yep, just got back from Indianapolis. It was a busy week there.
Let's go a little bit deeper on this combine, and we're seeing some of these offensive linemen run the 40-yard dash. It's great TV, but Drew, other than a good laugh, we're seeing you laugh now, what do teams actually get out of it?
Well, I think with offensive linemen and defensive linemen, you're actually paying more attention to the 10-yard time. They're not really running 40. It does show their athletic ability, but I will tell you that for all the noise that you get out of the combine, which is you're testing the athletic measurables, you're doing interviews to check their character, and you're doing medicals. At the end of the day, it boils down to whether these guys can play. If their film isn't good, they're not going in the first round. I don't care how talented they are.
What's the most interesting question, maybe out-of-the-box question, that a client's told you about?
You know what? Actually, the NFL this year imposed a rule on their teams to be reasonable in the interviews. They were tired of the complaints of badgering guys, coming down on these young men. I think the NFL is very sensitive to some of the questions. I'll never forget when Des Bryant was asked whether or not his mother was a prostitute. I mean, that's just unbelievable. That's horrendous.
Mike McDaniel saying that he would love to have your client, Emmanuel Ogbah, back next season. Just for you hearing that, how much confidence does that give you that you can get a max money deal done?
You know, one thing, Josh, is any time free agency is right around the corner and you're not signed, it's a fluid situation. You know, Emmanuel's had 2 really productive seasons here, but ultimately it's going to boil down to what happens once we get into the market, you know, and it is a business for both sides. So obviously the Dolphins and Emmanuel, there's a mutual interest, but there's a reason he's still a free agent right now, and there's a lot of work that's going to have to get done if he's going to stay with the team.
March 16th will be a very important day. Still a chance for him to be franchise tagged. The figure, I believe, is roughly right under $18 million. If he's offered that, how likely would he be inclined to sign it?
I think it's a moot point. I've had discussions with the Dolphins, and the franchise tag hasn't come up.
There we go.
So I think it's safe to say that that's not something that they're planning on doing. The more realistic scenario is Emmanuel making it into free agency and us evaluating our options, including the Dolphins. I'm sure he'd be, excited to continue his career here.
This is why we have you on the show. We thank you as always for your time.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate you.
NBA, the Heat sitting pretty right now in the East. It is a comfortable 3-game lead over the rest of the conference. With under 20 games to play, Victor Oladipo will reportedly make his season debut tomorrow night against his old team, the Rockets. The former 2nd overall pick is working back from a knee and quad injury, is officially listed as questionable. Head coach Eric Spoelstra wanting to make a call-in for a special source to make his debut.
Everybody's looking for who to drop the news. You know what I want is I want my mom to open up a Twitter account, all right? And she'll be the one to drop the news, whether it's going to be official or not official. I think that would be great. He's been working very diligently. Everybody knows, the progress he's been making. We'll find out, when that will be.
Say hello to Donovan Campbell, everybody. Donovan, we still don't know if Major League Baseball is going to be played this year. Both sides have resumed discussions. No agreement has been made. But, D, you're plugged into the players. What are they doing to stay ready?
Josh, with the MLB lockout still.
For more on the Canes, we welcome Manny Navarro to Lexus Sports Extra. Manny, welcome, and so much hype surrounding this Canes coaching staff. What's the biggest question you need answered during spring ball?
Well, I want to see how they coach up these linebackers. That was a position that I felt they really needed to address in the offseason, as well as pass rushers. And so they go out and they get Charlie Strong and Jason Taylor and a whole bunch of really good defensive coaches to make those units better.
Let's talk quarterbacks for a quick minute. Tyler Van Dyke, reigning ACC Offensive Freshman of the Year. However, Jake Garcia's back healthy. How much of a QB competition will there be?
Well, I think it's kind of hard to take Tyler out of that starting job, right? I mean, he's performed so well at the end of last season and had the offense humming, 20 touchdowns, 3 interceptions over the last 6 games of the season. So Jake Garcia will come in. He'll be healthy. He'll look good, I'm sure, in practices. But it's different when the bullets are flying and guys are coming after you and really trying to hit you in the regular season. So I think for now, it'll be a competition in the sense that every day those guys will get graded. Every day we'll be told that the competition is wide open and the best guy will start game 1. But I think we all know Tyler Van Dyke should be the starting quarterback for the opener.
Behind the quarterback, a loaded running back room, arguably the deepest position on the team. Manny, who do you think emerges as the lead back?
Well, if Don Chaney Jr. is healthy and playing at his best, I think he's the most talented running back Miami has. That said, Jalen Knighton, I thought, really did a terrific job over the second half of last season. Caught the ball well out of the backfield. I think right now going into camp, he's the #1 back. But if Don Chaney Jr. can prove that he's healthy, I think he's the overall better runner on this roster.
Let's talk about the team on the bigger picture. I know it's year one for Mario Cristobal, but when you shell out $8 million to him, give him the largest assistant coach payroll in the ACC, what is needed to determine this upcoming season is successful?
Well, I think he's got to win the division. You know, I think really when you look at this roster, and I mean that from the coaching staff on down, there's enough talent on this team to win that division this year. To me, anything short of that with Tyler Van Dyke as your quarterback and with some of the talent you got coming back is it's just not good enough for Mario Cristobal. That's what happens when you sign a contract that big.
Pro Football Hall of Famer Jason Taylor expected to join the staff. What does he bring to the program?
Just more shine. Another guy that when recruits come to visit, you know, and they talk to Ed Reed, now they get to talk to Jason Taylor. And the one thing about Jason is he's really a coach. I mean, you look at the job he's done at St. Thomas Aquinas the last 5 years, a program that's produced so many great players. You know, he's a great mentor to a lot of players, can coach them up, make them better. I think he's going to be a huge asset for Mario Cristobal here.
You're bringing the insight. We appreciate you as always, Manny. We'll be following along throughout the offseason, and then September we'll be here before you know it. Manny, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Take care.
The Hurricanes women's basketball team in their first ever ACC title game, needing to best two-time defending conference champs NC State to claim the ship. We start opening minutes. Kelsey Marshall from way downtown. A game-high 24. However, the Canes trailed by 9 at the break. Closing ticks of the third. Diamond Johnson puts the Wolfpack up by 18. NC State goes on to win 60-47, locking up a guaranteed spot in the big dance. UM will now wait to get an at-large bid. Men's side, Jim Laranaga's team wrapping up the regular season this weekend with a comeback 75-72 victory over Syracuse. Canes finished the regular season 22-9. Miami will be the 4th seed in this week's conference tournament.
It always feels good to get a win before the tournament. We're trying to use this momentum that we created these past 2 games, you know, and take it into the ACC tournament. You know, we locked in a double bye, so that's good. You know, we're going to have fresh legs. And then when the opportunity presents itself, you know, come prepared and ready to do what we have to do to get it done.
Good luck to them. A big shout out to the men's basketball team at Nova Southeastern. The Sharks taking care of Barry University 98-85 in the Sunshine State Conference title game today. Nova improving to a perfect 28-0 on the season. The Sharks are the only undefeated team in all of college basketball. NSU will host Savannah State to start the Division II tournament. Barry University drawing Alabama Huntsville at the onset. Mike DePasquale joining us now on Lexus Sports Extra. St. Thomas Aquinas is known as a national football powerhouse. And Mike, you uncovered a special type of training that they do.
Well, we've all heard the phrase, Josh, mind over matter. Pilates, I'm not sure how many schools do that along with meditation.
30 minutes is a long time to clear your head. Have you ever tried meditating?
I have, and sometimes I meditate here.
There we go. Oh. Thanks, Mike. Love what Coach Harriet is doing at Aquinas. Obviously, his methods are producing championship results. Congrats to him. Next on Lexus Sports Extra, it is the rubber match between rivals on the diamond. Will it be the Canes or Gators grabbing bragging rights for the rest of the season? Your answer on the other side. Stay with us. Welcome back to Lexus Sports Extra. I'm Josh Moser. Rubber match at Light Field between 2 top 25 teams. The Canes and the Gators. Miami winning the first before dropping the second. Game 3, all Florida. Gators with a 4-1 lead in the 6th. Kendrick Galileo taking this one out deep to left. Canes fall 11-3. Miami outscored by 15 runs in the last 2 to the Gators. Ouch. The Panthers and Sabres locking up in Buffalo tomorrow night. Both teams coming in on a 2-game winning streak. Cats putting up a 6-goal effort in their win this weekend against the Red Wings. The Panthers are the only team in hockey to average more than 4 goals per game, scoring the key to the Panthers' success all season.
This group realizes where they want to be and where they want to go, and it's not too hard to motivate them. I think they want to be great, and they recognize the home games are huge, and they played. I thought they brought a lot of energy, and like I said a little bit earlier, I thought they were relentless on pucks. And when we're relentless and we have it, we're a pretty fun team.
Final round of the Arnold Palmer Invitational in Orlando, and we pick it up 17th hole. Gary Woodland has a 1-stroke lead. Tough lie in the bunker. We've all done that before. Makes double, falls out of contention. Scotty Scheffler taking advantage. Putter working to perfection. 5 under the magic number, Scheffler's second win of the year. Let's go to the track. Pennzoil 400 at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This one going into overtime. It is teammates Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson battling for the checkers on the final lap. Home stretch, here they come, and Bowman crossing that finish line first, his first victory of 2022. It is almost midnight, but we're not tired yet. Big finish on the other side. Stay right here. Big finish, NBA Nuggets hosting the Pelicans. Final takes of the half. Brandon Ingram, why not? Crazy half-court shot goes down. Check this angle. Butter. Ingram even laughing at himself. How did that go down? Nuggets win in overtime, 138-130. I wish we had overtime here. Unfortunately, clock is about to run out on us tonight, but I think we got the W. Thanks so much for watching. This is Lexus Sports Extra. On behalf of Donovan, Drew, Mike, and Manny, I'm Josh Moser. Thank you so much. Have a great start to your week. Good night. We'll see you next week right here at 11:30. Have a good one.